All right, Cricket Rockstar Nation, it's about that time. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Tonight, we are not fooling around. Back in February, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup started with 20 teams. A few weeks later, it came down to the Super 8s as 8 teams were left standing. Then a few weeks later, or should I say earlier in this week, it came down to the Final Four. And now we have the 2 finalists of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Thursday's semi-final involving India and England saw almost 500 runs scored in over 40 overs of thrilling non-stop T20 action. India reached its 4th ICC Men's T20 World Cup final. 4! Wow! But not without England putting up a hell of a fight, as the men in blue still came out winners by 7 runs in what was an absolute thriller. Like, seriously, it was an absolute run fest at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. But let's be honest, the England side made a bunch of silly mistakes in their bowling apartment. And at the near end of the game, they also made some mishaps with the bat, which also came back to bite them at the very end. India launched a massive onslaught on the England bowling attack, reaching 253 for the loss of 7 wickets from 20 overs. And did you know 253 used to be a match-winning score in the good old heydays of ODI cricket? Well, 200 and 250 plus scores are more than safe in T20s nowadays, compared to the old days where in one-day cricket, 250 and 300 used to be safe scores. Well, now in 50-over cricket, 300 and 350 are more than enough on any type of wicket. But the Indian assault began with Sanju Samson. Samson made 89 of 42 deliveries, which was pure class on a day which he will never forget. Remember, he was dropped earlier on by Harry Brook, and it made the English bowlers pay big time. He also matched Virat Kohli's highest score by an Indian in a T20 World Cup knockout game. And if that wasn't good enough, the onslaught continued at the other end as Ishan Kishan's 39 and Shivan Dube's 43 kept the momentum red hot. Then there was the late order carnage from Hardik Pandya's 27 and Tilak Verma's 21, which pushed India to its highest ever score in a T20 World Cup knockout game. Jofra Archer had a night he'll never forget for a long time, conceding 61 runs from his entire quota, as the Indian batters treated the Wankhede boundaries like if they were on a baseball ballpark. Chasing 254 in a T20 game was always going to be a tough ask, but you never know what can happen in the shortest format of the game, because back in the prime days of ODI cricket, that same score which England was supposed to chase down used to be a stiff old target to chase on any day. But let's be honest, by the time the first innings was finished, England was also finished too. The game was virtually all over for them, but Jacob Bethell had other ideas as the Barbadian-born batting all-rounder smashed an out-of-this-world breathtaking 105 or 48 deliveries, which kept England in the game for the longest period of time. But the turning point wasn't just the Harry Brooks drop catch of Sanju Samson's batting earlier on. It was in the death overs as Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh alongside Hardik Pandya kept it extremely tight, which was where the Indians had basically won the game in my honest take. England overall showed tremendous heart, and Jacob Bethell is already a future star, let me tell you. And there's something you viewers do not know, and this is something I know myself personally. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Jacob Bethell when Bethell was 12 years old, and this was way back in 2017. That was when Brian Lara invited him and his family to attend a series of exhibition matches against a Darren Ganga-led 11 in Barataria, Barapur and other parts of Trinidad. This was to spread T20 cricket across the community, if I remember quite well. And I remember there was the 15-over game in Barataria, which the Brian Lara 11 defeated the Darren Ganga 11 of the last ball when Lara hit his 6. And it was absolute calamity all around the Barataria Oval. I had the pleasure of taking a pic with Jacob Bethell. Unfortunately, that pic was lost. You know, for the longest while, I've been trying to look for it, but unfortunately, it's not in the archives. And I also had a picture of Lara and myself at that time. I don't know where the hell that disappeared. But if I do get the pleasure of meeting Bethell and Lara later down the line, I would like to get another autograph with those two, especially with the future star and the GOAT. Let me tell you. But coming back to the T20 World Cup, the England really showed tremendous heart overall, but would be disappointed with the silly, stupid mistakes that they make. But coming to Team India now, their depth, whether it's in the batting department or the bowling department, it is way too dangerous right now. And that's gonna do it for this video, and I hope you guys all liked it. Remember, share it with your friend, your family, your relatives, your co-worker, your colleague, whatever you like. And until we meet again, folks, be good, be cool, stay frosty, and most importantly, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. So take care, my friends. I'll be back in another video to preview the final of the Men's T20 World Cup. And I also have a surprise video that is coming out Saturday. So be on the lookout for that, guys. But until we meet again, folks, take care. Bye for now.